What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hidden Oaks Homestead. We were up early this morning doing some pig relocation.
In 20-degree weather.
Like I told you guys in the last video, we have a couple of Kune crosses that I needed to get rid of. Joel Salatin told me if they don't serve a purpose, you don't need them on the farm. These Kune crosses, I kept hoping and wishing that eventually they would turn into legit pure Kunes. And it isn't gonna happen. So like I told you guys in the last video, I had a friend that was wanting to take them in. So we took them to him this morning. What I want to do today is the Kune, the real Kunes that we do have, we want to get them into their own enclosure and get them out of here with the sheep because they just fight over feed and Rambusan
bothers them.
He wants to spread his love to everybody, so he's chasing pigs around all the time. So we're gonna move them into their own enclosure. It's gonna be set up with polywire. So we're gonna build an enclosure for them and start training them on polywire. We used our new pig money to go get some chickens.
I got me chickens. We had a rough summer and lost a bunch, so we needed to replenish our chicken coop. And our existing chickens have completely moved out of the chicken apartment. They just are wherever they are. So we never know where eggs are, nothing. It's completely disorganized. So I found a lady online who was downsizing her coop and we got her chickens. So we added 11 more chickens today. Gonna add more in the future, but this is good for today. So we're gonna move them in, gonna get the coop ready and get on that. But before we do that, we got some chores to do. So
we need to let the sheeps out, and my big pigs are hungry, so
the feeders
we're gonna feed those big boys. Let's do it. Much easier with two people.
just because I did it.
Chickens are moved in, everything's set up. We get a good bed of straw down for them to scratch around. They got feed, they got water.
We got some cuddles in. They're pretty.
They weren't cuddling with us.
They weren't.
They were fighting.
They were holding still, though.
They were trying to gouge my eyes out while I was trying to cuddle them.
They don't know you that way yet.
We're strangers. Maybe we'll get there. Anyways, they're all moved in. Now we can start on our Kune trap. It's not a trap. We're not trapping.
It's not a trap. It's more like a Kune
enclosure.
Like paradise.
Enclosure.
Yeah.
Start on our Kune enclosure. It's not a trap. What we're gonna do is we're gonna build a hoop house for them, similar to this. This is something we use. This is a chicken tractor that we use for meat birds originally. It's held up. We built this like right away when we first got out here.
It's been really sturdy and really helpful. We probably wouldn't build it again for meat chickens. It's heavy.
It's really heavy, but it's really sturdy. We've used it for a lot of stuff out here, but to pick it up and drag it every day, it's a little too heavy for that.
It's went through hurricane, a couple of storms, and a bunch of
it's held up.
So it's good.
But we like the idea, the plan that we use to do this. We just use cattle panels and a tarp, and instead of doing a wooden base, we just use T-posts into the ground and secure it to the T-posts, and that gives us a permanent cattle panel tarp structure.
Yeah,
that works great. And then we'll just run hog panels around that. Then we'll line that with some poly wire on the inside, and these little Kune babies will get to learn how electricity works. We got our spot picked out. We're just outside of our north pasture area in a spot that we cleared out a
couple months ago.
A few months ago, last year. This is a spot we're gonna use. We got our cattle panels. We're gonna use that to make a hoop house. And then we got hog panels that we're gonna use to create a run on either side. It's gonna be really cool. Then we'll use poly wire. all these words are getting to me. All these words all at one time.
Very technical.
Then we're going to use poly wire on the inside to run the inside of that, and that will give them their buffer, and they're going to learn about electricity. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah, it's yellow and visible, so they should be able to learn pretty quick.
Just like the other pigs. They'll figure it out. They're smart animals. What's awesome though is we're getting to the point now to where when we have a project, we don't have to run to Tractor Supply to buy all the materials.
We got the supplies here.
We're starting to get to the point to where we can repurpose stuff from earlier projects that have been torn down, and that's what we're able to do with this project now. We were able to repurpose the supplies that we use for our feeder pigs earlier last year.
The training area.
That haven't been used, and so we're grabbing those. We're going to set those up. So we're going to unload them, and we're going to get started on the hoop house.
Before we lose the daylight.
Before we lose daylight.
Yeah. Okay. Whew. That was harder than I thought.
We didn't get as far as we wanted to. I was hoping we'd get the enclosure on, but we got a house.
We do have a house. We got a roof over their head, so that's good.
Yeah, so this is a good stopping point for us. The sun's going down. It's about to get dark. We still got to get out here and feed all these animals. I'm surprised they're not at the fence screaming.
I know. Well, they haven't seen us, so that's probably why they're not screaming.
So this is a good stopping point. And we'll be out here after work tomorrow, and we'll pick it back up. Hopefully we'll have it completed tomorrow, and we can move piggies in.
Yeah, that's, I mean, the house was the big point. So I think the fencing is not going to be that much.
Yeah.
We'll just see.
Nicole almost had a house drop on her today.
I almost had the roof drop on me.
Like a wicked witch.
Like, ah! And he's gone.
It's day 2. I just got home from work. Nicole just finished her last meeting of the day.
Yep.
We got a little bit of time before the sun goes down today.
A little bit, not
a little
much.
bit of time. We're during the week. It's especially these short summer days.
Summer days?
Summer days?
Winter days.
Short winter days. It feels like summer out here right now.
No, it does not.
We got the hoop house up. That made it through the night, so it's probably gonna last.
It'll probably be okay.
So now we're gonna take the hog panels that we have, and we're just gonna go off of those in the front and in the back to create an enclosure.
Just like a small perimeter.
They're gonna have a front yard and a backyard.
Yeah.
And the hoop house will be in the middle, and then we're gonna line that with poly wire.
For training purposes.
For training, and eventually they will learn to respect the poly wire. We can take that down, and then once they're respecting the poly wire, we're gonna open this whole area up to them.
Yeah, they're gonna end up with probably about what, half an acre?
About a half an acre is what they're gonna end up with once they get trained up. So the hoop house is permanent. The enclosure around it is temporary.
Yes. I got short legs. I can't fit over.
We lost the sunlight again last night.
Again.
But we were able to get all the infrastructure in place. So we got the perimeter set up around. We were able to get all the stakes in the ground and run the poly wire like we needed to. We have it energized. We're just running directly off of the pasture fence right beside us.
Yep.
We got a strand ran off of that. We've tested it. We're hitting at 8,000 kilovolts. Is that too much?
I don't know.
8 kilovolts, 8,000 volts, whatever it is that
It's 8 something.
whatever the voltage is that'll pop them and not fry them is where we're at.
Yeah.
So now all we really have left is we need feed, we need water, we need bedding in here, and then it's going to be time to introduce the new piggies
To their new house.
They're not new piggies. The piggies to the new house.
Yeah.
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 Let's do it.
Let's do it.
That's why I like Kune's. So much easier to catch them. Pigs are installed.
They installed.
They're installed. Everything's good. Easiest pigs in the world to move right now. That's what I love about Kune's.
I mean, they're basically pet quality
They're
for
like
us right now.
they're like puppy dogs.
Rub their belly a little bit, like fall over.
Yeah.
I pick you
They
up.
don't like being picked up, but they don't fight you. They just kind of scream, and it's really loud, but it's a lot easier than a pig fighting you. That was so much better than any pig chasing I've ever done. I'm not even sweating.
I know.
So anyways, but
Nice.
they're in. We got feed, we got water, we got bedding. We got bedding, we got shelter, we got electricity, we got everything.
Yeah, they're munching down right now. So once they're done with that, they're probably going to start exploring.
They're going to
and
do some science
We're
experiments.
probably going to hear a couple of
Yeah.
and they'll learn really quick. I would assume within the first week we may be able to pull some panels down.
We'll pull some panels down and see how much they respect the poly wire at that point. And then even if we pull a few panels down and they get out, they know where the food is. It's not like they're gonna take off and run away.
No.
They're gonna stay in the area. They might go play around
In the
by the
front
house.
yard.
But they're not gonna go anywhere.
They're not gonna
And
go far.
We'll know just to panel it back up and wait a little longer, right?
Yeah, they'll get used to it. It's not gonna take them long.
But that gets them out of the sheep area.
It's gonna make feeding way easier.
And like we said, soon after we get them trained, we want to fence in a big portion of this area and give them more room to grow, because they're gonna have babies one day.
They're gonna have babies one day. They can build their house. They can start installing their own pond. They can start working on that.
Yeah.
And build their own little paradise up here. So.
And coming shortly, we already have another Kune girl lined up to bring in. We got to bring her into the house, make her sweet, and then we'll be ready to put her out here with these guys.
We're gonna train her as well.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's all we got. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
We'll see you in the next one.
We'll see you guys next time.
Hi, girl.
So these two cats.